name is Paul Stenson. I run the White Moose Cafe and Charleville Lodge Hotel here in Dublin. I'm being asked to talk at many different events regarding our social media presence and how we manage to get worldwide publicity without spending a cent. I'm not able to do these events, A, because they're not paying me to do it, and B, because I couldn't be arsed traveling to these events if I'm not being paid to speak at them. So I thought I'd do this little video series in which I give you tips on how to get worldwide publicity without spending a single cent. In today's episode, I'm going to talk to you about using professionally offended snowflakes to your advantage. The first thing I'd like to say is that we never, ever set out to offend people with any of our social media posts. However, if people take offense to one of these posts, we really don't mind. What happens when people take offense? A volcano of emotions erupts. What happens when the volcano erupts? People talk. People talk about your business. There's A, the people who really get offended, the genuine offense takers, and B, the people who pretend to be offended. We much prefer the people who pretend to be offended. Why? Because they're much more vocal and therefore they talk more. How do we know so many people pretend to be offended? That's easy. Look at the gluten intolerant, for example. 35% of the population believe they're intolerant to gluten, when in fact gluten has neither a detrimental nor a beneficial effect on the average human, unless you're a celiac, in which case you represent less than 1% of the population. Gluten intolerant are pretending to suffer from something they don't actually have. In fact, they think they suffer from something that science says they don't have. You can't argue with science. Therefore, they're pretending all their lives. You see it in any cafe you go into in the world. Somebody with gluten intolerance sits down, they loudly cross-examine the waiter as to what items contain gluten and what don't, and then when it comes to the dessert course, they tuck into a chocolate cake full of fucking gluten. They're living a lie, they're pretending, and they're very vocal. Use the gluten intolerant to your advantage. Next, we take the vegans. The vegans don't know what they're at. They don't know who they are. They don't know what they're doing. One week they eat meat, the next they don't. Vegans were not born vegan. They became vegan. We're all born with canine teeth. The purpose of canine teeth, if you did your biology, if you listened in your biology class, the purpose of canines is to rip meat off bones. Dogs have them. Humans have them. Why? Because we're omnivores. We eat both meat and plants. If you're vegan, you're living a lie. You're lying to yourself, you're pretending. And that's why it makes you such a good publicist when it comes to our business or anybody's business. So use vegans to your advantage as well. Thirdly, we have feminists. Feminists are the best in the world because they're the loudest. They whinge, they're constantly victimized. They cry, they moan, and in doing so, they spread the name of your business. Feminists are fucking amazing. Use them. If there's any fucking cohort of people in this world that you can use to your advantage, it's feminists. And remember, when people speak badly about your business, the people they're speaking to mightn't share the same opinion and may well end up ordering a latte, a soya skinny latte in your coffee shop tomorrow. They become your customers. So ladies and gentlemen, that's the first tip. If you use offense takers, whether they be real or imaginary, to your advantage, you will spread the word about your business in a very organic way. Join us next week for episode 2 of the series, in which we talk about answering back people on social media. I'm good at that. You should be too. Goodbye.